Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we are on Tuesday, April 2nd. We're going to take a look at CGC today. So I had a request to do an update. See, CGC here has been on a nice little run since $2.75 all the way up through $10 and has gone through a bunch of the levels that we had on the chart. So I cleaned it up a little bit. You see it did fill this gap that we had marked with these purple lines before. Now it hasn't come down to retest the entry point into that gap. Sometimes we get that kind of action, and it is sort of hanging out just a level above at that 760. So, we'll see. I know it's trying to push to that 883 today. We'll see if it has enough juice to try to get there. But, I wouldn't be shocked if it did at some point come give a retest at 678, unless, real tailwinds are in the breeze and just continue to pull this, far beyond the reach of that 678 level. Now, if it does get through that 883, 1020 is the next level that I'd see. Scrolled back left to pull these levels, and then 1270. There's certainly some additional stop here, probably around 1072, 1073, but that felt a little close just visually on that 1020. So if it gets over 1020, we'll toss it in there, to see if it respects that or not. Now, if it does dip below the 760, which is still quite far away at the moment, though it has moved through that range today. Like I said, 678 and then $5.99, basically $6, 501, basically $5, 386, and then $3 on the dot. We see if we zoom in intraday how nicely these levels are holding up. Yesterday came in the pre-markets, couldn't hold that 883 level, wicked right off of it, came down and eventually made its way to that 760 level. Tried briefly to hold over it, got trapped back underneath, and then in the after hours and pre-market today did the work to basically like double bottom, triple bottom on that 760 range and push off of it. Now, for the moment, it is wicking off that 883, right? Reached up to 897, sort of shied away from 9. So we'll see if this is able to continue at all, or what this looks like when all is said and done today. Now, in the think or swim side of things, still situated up out of the channel. And the question is always, when the stock leaves the channel, what does it do when it re-engages with it? Again, by the looks of it so far today, it's looking like it wants to use the upper bound of the channel as support. Basically reconfirm that support from yesterday's candle. So if that's the case, sometimes that can mean that there's additional momentum in the direction in which it's moving to exhaust before it's going to pull back further into the channel and either test the wave cloud or eventually test the mid-range of the channel, which right now is situated at 572. And I wouldn't be surprised if it does get some legs today and or into tomorrow, if it yanks this wave cloud up out of the channel. And so then you have the wave cloud even higher than the upper bound of the channel. Now, volume-wise, per this setup, showing up about 2/3 buy volume today versus sell volume. We'll see how that continues to take shape. Obviously, it's pushing down a little bit at the moment, leaving the top wick for the time being. But those are the two things that I'm kind of looking for. Does it continue to use the wave cloud and or the upper bound of the channel as support? And if so, can it swing higher than this high here, which would be that push that we have on the daily chart here to 1020, right? Can it make a valiant effort to attempt 1020 and at least stretch over 1013? That'll be sort of the question for me if it does continue to build support off of that range. Histogram, a TTM squeeze indicator, still firing, still showing that there's uptick in bullish momentum for the time being. So we'll see if that starts to plateau at some point or what that looks like. That might give us some indication of a sort of near-term re-engagement with the channel is imminent. All right, folks, I hope that your trading week is off to a good start. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.